Hello, everybody.
What's up, guys?
How is everybody today?
We are here. We just got done walking the dog, and it's very cold, 10 degrees here in Massachusetts.
Yeah, we had to take a little quick break when we came inside just to warm up because we were freezing. So,
Yeah.
how is everybody today? I want to say hi to Michelle and Sharon and Ron. Teresa, how are you? Vivian. Man. Herc. Very good live, Herc. That was very funny. We had a good time. Aquarius and Wayne. I know Sharon's in here somewhere. Suzanne, if you're in here, hello. Lisa. Steve. Gail. So today, Joe is running the show.
Joe's going to try to run the show here.
Because y'all know how much I hate that.
My first time.
Yeah, so he's going to learn StreamYard, and that's the platform that most of us use. And that platform basically makes it so that, you know, you can pin stuff. And what we thought about doing today, you know, our computer, Suzanne, was slow starting up too. We started this, you know, a while ago. And so we're sitting really close.
Oh, hey.
Really close to each other. But so anyways, we figured what we would do. Oh, let me turn my phone down. We figured what we would do is last time we were on, we were saying that, you know, it would be cool to hear from some of you guys, you know, if there was any experiences that maybe you would want to get and share with us. And we wanted to bring people online to kind of see, you know, you guys and talk. And we could either do it to where you could be on camera or off camera where they could just hear your voice. Hello, Fire Mariah. I missed you. So every time I think of Fire Mariah, she's the one that did this beautiful job. So everybody to this day still thinks it's magic marker, by the way. So, but anyway, so that's what we figured that we would do today.
And this is a place where everybody has an open mind, and it's a safe haven for whatever you want to talk about.
Supportive environment.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I know last time we were talking about people who, some people had talked in the chat about their, can't even think today, their Aspie. Wayne's like, if Aspie shows up, you got a whole show. Well, and we did talk about the fact that we weren't going to have it be on one person, but that we were going to try to do it to, you know, to kind of give anybody a little bit of time instead of just one person. So
29 degrees in Dallas.
Oh, 29 in Dallas?
Yeah. It's 10 here, so 29 sounds pretty balmy.
Yeah, it's 10 degrees, so it's really, really cold here. Also, I mean, I don't mind taking some questions too. So if you have questions, please feel free to ask. But I did want to kind of show you guys these. So these are my new cards. And I haven't really played with them yet. So Mystic Martian Oracle.
How do you go up?
So what?
How do you go up?
Oh, so you would just, sorry, hold on. He's using my Mac and I'm using his Dell. So we're really having a hard time just learning different systems. So you don't push down, you just kind of glide it like this where you want it, and then it'll go where you want.
All right.
Yeah. I agree, Marie. 10 is too cold when you're 100 pounds. Even when you're not 100 pounds, trust me, 10 is way too cold. So, okay. So, anyways, yeah, if there's a question or something like that, we will take questions too. But, I think the really cool thing about venturing off into this ET stuff and kind of putting it out there. Did you see Aspie's question?
No, I can't. I don't know how to go up and down.
Let's see. Hold on a second.
How you doing that? I was just doing that and it wasn't working.
Is that it? The question? Yeah. I don't have my glasses on. So then it's right here. Okay. And so 2 fingers.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, we're so funny. I mean, he's got a different computer than I do. And so here I am trying to run his, and you should have seen us like an hour ago. We were just kind of being a hot mess in here as to what we were kind of doing. So, Aquarius Builder by Tisha Jackson had a whole fleet over my house the 3rd of July. Since they're over my house every night when it's cloudy. Wow. Do you want to come on and share that story with us? If you want to, then if someone could put in the email it's in the description too. My email is in the description. And send me an email, and then we can get you, like I said, either online. You can tell me, you want to go online, but you don't want to go on camera, or you don't mind going on camera, and then we could just sit here and kind of talk and interview you on that, because we're kind of curious. I mean, I think the whole thing is to get rid of this fear that it doesn't exist. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate it. That they don't. When I reach over, I cannot touch Sharon's computer. How are you doing? Mm-hmm. We're in the same room, girl. We're in the. It was just easier, so he could learn that, because those of us know that when you're running this thing, when you're running the show, and earlier I was on someone's, just kind of popping into other people's, it's hard to run the show and then speak, and then it's just, you're going 50 different ways. And that's why some of us are like looking off to the side and doing things instead of, focusing. So, yeah. Okay. So I want to pick, I put my glasses on because I can't see. I would, but I'm a hot mess. Well, like I said, Aquarius, you can just come on, but we don't have to turn on the channel or turn on the camera. It could be a blank screen where they would hear you talk, but they won't see you at all.
Right.
So there you have an option to turn on your camera or keep it off.
Right.
And so it makes it kind of nice. So I pulled 3 cards for all of us, on what's the I don't like this word because I can never say it. Okay, so Aquarius, go ahead and email me at KAREN.SAGEHEALERS, and someone put it up there. KAREN.SAGEHEALERS@gmail.com. And hi, Vivian. And and then email me, and then I will send you the link. Okay. So I pulled 3 cards out of the new deck, and I have to put my glasses on again. So the first one was Alchemy, the Philosopher's Stone, and it was Infinity, Destiny, and Magic. Okay. So Infinity, Destiny, and Magic. Okay. The next one is, let me go to my email. The next one that came was and I can't ever say this, or the next one I can't pronounce. I never can. Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, Integration, Life Lessons, and Imagination. So, Kabbalah, the Tree of Life. And the last one is this one, which I can never say. Merkaba, I guess. Movement, long distance travel, and excitement. Movement, travel and excitement. Okay. So let me get you here. Okay. So can I see that real quick? Invite and Gmail. And then here is her Gmail right there.
Okay.
So anyways, yeah, that's the thing, you know. So these are kind of cool. They're kind of neat. And I just checked my email, so I did get it, but we're just sending it right now. So there we go. So that one right there, Aquarius. And then what'll happen is, Aquarius, it's going to send you a link, and then it's going to send you a link into it, and then just kind of go into that link, and then I will see you once you're kind of in the room, and then Joe can add you to the stream, but you can shut off your camera on your end where you can only turn on the microphone, and then we'll do like that. And yeah, I would love to hear about it. So we figured we would give this a try and invite, you know, do it like this and see what would happen. So yeah, I'm going to scroll up here. If I can figure out how to scroll up on his. Let's see. Can't touch Sharon. Hot mess. That works. You know, Merida, I would say, how could you tell if your guides are ETs? I would say just ask. I mean, you know, someone told me that one time, but if you really meditate and stay quiet and really kind of, you know, someone told me, oh, get your own guides' names. And I thought, well, that's messed up. But then I really did kind of stay quiet and thought about it. And I was like, okay, any guide that wants to speak to me, please tell me your name. And all of a sudden, and I mean, I was in the woods and I was just meditating, and all of a sudden I heard Serafina. And then I heard Sirius. And then I literally heard, you can't pronounce it with your tongue, Sirius. And so that's my guy from Sirius. That's where he comes from. And he always is, he's basically the one that, he's my ET guide, but that's how I found out, was that way. And I would say that would be the way I would kind of ask yourself, ask them basically, and see what they have. But just a lot of meditation. So. But yeah. Okay. And we're waiting on her, and I'm checking for more. Yeah, Jane says, mine say they are beings of light, and that's how I know them. I mean, I always know when I'm channeling them, because of the fact that they always say beloveds, you know, and that's not a word that I usually would use. I don't call people beloveds, but when I'm channeling them, that's what they say is, hi, beloveds. So, and you know, we were talking about this the other day. Joe and I were talking about the fact that, and I don't know if you guys kind of, what's your thoughts on this, and I'm going to throw it out there, that remember when we were saying the conspiracy, the you know, conspiracy theories, that the government made a agreement with the president Eisenhower, I think it was, that they could come down, some of them, for the technology. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
What they say is that, in the 1950s, that the United States government came to some kind of agreement with the gray aliens in which they could basically abduct human beings and perform experiments on them in exchange for technology that we would gain, which makes sense because since the 1940s, 1950s, think of how far we've come technologically. It's pretty astounding.
Yeah. So, okay. So Trisha is here. So we're going to have her on the feed. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to play with this so I can, if you give me a minute, Trisha, can you hear us? Trisha, can you hear us?
No, the microphone's
Yes.
off.
Oh, okay. So I just want to switch around things. So if you just give us a minute, I just want to show them the different layouts. So anytime you push these, you could do the layouts like that.
Okay.
So we're going to leave it like this.
Gotcha.
Okay. So please tell us all about this. I'm like, so what did you experience? How long ago? You said the 3rd of July?
Correct.
Of this year?
(2022) or July 2021?
Last year. Right before 4th of July last year.
Okay.
And 21.
2021.
21.
Okay. All right. About 6 or 7 months ago, right? 6 months ago, something like that.
And
7
so,
months
yeah,
ago.
tell us more. How did you, like, what did you see?
Well, I went outside and there was this huge fleet over our house. They back behind us, they were shooting off fireworks. Sorry, I'm getting a bounce back sound. I'm trying to fix it here.
Yeah, sometimes that does happen. So sometimes it could be if you have like your phone on and something else at the same time.
Okay, no phone. Okay, I think it stopped. So last July 3rd, there was fireworks going off behind us, and there was like this huge fleet above my house just hovering, and it was like 3 different pairs of fleets, and they had lights that were going orange around the middle of their spaceships, and they were just hovering. And I mean, I just stood there in amazement for, I don't know, it seemed like hours, but I know it was just a few minutes. And then it was like the first group, there was like 8 or 9 in the first group, and then all of a sudden they took off and went straight up and they were gone. And then there was a group behind them, and they went up to where the first group was, and they did the same thing. And this just kind of happened until all of them were gone.
How fast did they accelerate? Approximately.
I mean, it was like within seconds, all of a sudden they were gone.
Wow. Have you, like, what is your, like, what's your feelings? Are you open? Are you cool?
Yes.
And the reason
I actually felt a burst of love come from them.
Yeah. Because I think that, one of the things that I have always heard is that if you're the fearful type and you're scared, oh, I'm in your way. I'm all in his camera. If you're the scared type and you're, freaked out about that, it's going to, they're not going to come down to you. Does that make sense? Like if you're that type of person who's really freaked out and scared that you're gonna get hurt by them or taken, they won't come. Which is, that's why
Oh
I was
yeah.
wondering how you felt about it. Have you ever thought about doing like a meditation at night and just kind of saying, "Hey, I'm here, and I'd love to get a message from you"? Hmm? Oh, she just popped out.
Yep.
Let's see if she comes back in.
Okay. Yeah, because
Sometimes
I
that
have a couple
happens.
questions. I have a
Yeah.
couple of questions I want to ask too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So yeah. So my questions were going to be, she said that there were fireworks going off at the same time,
Oh yeah.
but I was curious if the three separate fleets, if they made any sound.
Here she is.
Okay.
Here she's back again. Okay, Tisha.
You there?
No sound.
You
No
can't,
sound.
You can't hear us?
No. It didn't make a
Yes.
sound.
I'm just getting this continual loop that's happening.
Okay.
Do you have your YouTube and this open at the same time?
Yes. Oh my God, that made it so much better.
Yeah, really weird. You got to turn off your, turn down the volume for the YouTube.
Yes, that's so much better. Okay.
And now you understand why people are like on our end is just like, oh, how does that happen? It's really weird until you master it.
Yeah. Now, one other question about how many were in each individual fleet? Like how many?
It was like 8 or 9.
8 or 9
is what me and my mom counted. Yeah, and there was like 4 or 5 different fleets. Now all the ships were the same design. They weren't like different types of ships. They were all exactly the same. It was, I mean, we both were just sitting there staring for what seemed like hours. And I know it was just a couple of minutes, but I do remember smiling and I remember feeling safe. And then all of a sudden I felt this huge burst of like love energy hit. It hit my heart chakra. And then it just like went through my whole body. And so I was like on this huge high, like I had just meditated for an hour and it was just phenomenal. I was just like, oh my God.
What time did you say this was approximately?
It was after dark. It was like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
All right.
And that seems to be the pattern lately of when they're coming. Ever since then, they've been up over my house doing these funny maneuvers when it's cloudy. Now they only do it when it's cloudy, I guess, because they don't want to be seen by the general public. But they're up over my house when the clouds are low and it's real cloudy, and they're up there just like doing these funny maneuvers. And I've tried to figure out if they're giving me some kind of message by doing a symbol, because they're making all of these. The only way to explain it is like a symbol in the sky from the patterns they're doing.
How often does this happen?
It's just, it's here or there. Sometimes if it's like the last month in December, it was really cloudy the whole month of December where I'm at. And it seemed like they were up there every night.
Okay. Do you,
I've tried to record it and all I get is black.
Oh, okay.
So I think they're, they're not allowing it to be recorded.
Right.
Wow.
Let's see. So you believe it's like approximately 4 to 5 fleets, and you think these lights are individual objects? You don't think they're like 5 solid objects?
Oh no, they're definitely individual objects.
Individual objects.
Yeah, they're definitely different ships.
They're
all the same type of ship. They're
right.
There's just numerous amounts of them.
Right. Very interesting.
And you're in Kansas City, right?
Yes.
I'm
actually about 20 minutes from an Air Force base, and I'm about an hour from Lake of the Ozarks.
Mm.
Wow.
Huh. Mm.
Now, I don't know, Tish, if anybody's asked any questions because I'm kind of rolling up trying to get Aspie's question really high. But if you look on your screen, you can see, and if you press comments on the right-hand side, you can see everybody's comments. Do you see that?
I do now.
So if you look, you can kind of scroll up and down. You have the same kind of thing that Joe or I have. You know, I can only scroll up and down, but I can't comment on that.
Right.
You know, so you can look at that and see if anybody has any questions. I mean, I just think it's awesome, and I've heard the same thing where people have said, you know, I just felt this tremendous amount of love. You know, I just felt this, you know, so, you know, and that's how I have felt when, you know, when I have, I guess you could say, came home. You know, it wasn't scary. It was more or less really kind of discomforting, I think. You know,
Yeah.
I was just really, I wasn't scared. I just knew everything was going to be okay. And this massive calm had come over me. So,
Yeah, and I've lived here for 25 years, and I'm an astrologer, so I go out a lot at night and look at the astronomy in the sky. And I've never once seen them. And then all of a sudden, since July 3rd, it's like I'm seeing them left and right. I mean, it's just, it's wild.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that is cool.
You said this is approximately 20 minutes from an Air Force base, or
Yes.
it's a military base.
Military. It's a military Air Force base. It's actually where they keep the stealth bombers.
Okay.
So, you know, at first when we did see them, my rational mind was like, are those balloons?
Right.
Are those stealths? Are those, you know, fighter jets? Or, you know, how your mind starts, you know, and I'm looking at it going, that is no aircraft of ours.
Right. Yeah, definitely not balloons if they accelerated and went straight up, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
They went straight up and gone.
Mm.
I think, you know, I was trying to pin Aspie's comment, but I can't really find it. And Aspie, you know, can you rewrite that again so it'll come back, because I can't find it. Sometimes it scrolls so far up that when the question, if you miss the question, and you said something along the lines of how do we initiate contact. You know, there is a meditation, and you know, those, you know, some people say CE5 or something like that, where basically you imagine sending out, you know, here, you know, it's like, here I am, I want to talk to you, you know, I kind of come in love and peace, and you meditate this out, and then, you know, you basically send it out like this. But then, you know, you send it out and then you say, here I am. And you imagine the world, and you imagine the United States, and then you imagine, you know, or wherever you're at, you know, and your city, your town, and then your house. And it's almost like you sending out a blueprint map of where you're at. And that's what, I mean, I would invite you, Tish, if you're comfortable with it, to do that sort of thing and just say, you know, you can do it when you're awake through meditation, or me, I always do things in sleep, you know. But yeah. Now, how did your mom feel about this? You know, did you? And if you said it, I apologize.
No, my mom saw UFOs back in the 70s. And so for her to see it now, so much time passed, it gives her more confidence of what she saw in the 70s.
Yeah.
So, and I think a lot of it has to do with her and I both have raised our vibrations.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe they can sense that.
Yeah. Well, and we were driving somewhere, and I was thinking about, you know, sometimes just random thoughts pop into my head so strongly, and I just think that's a download personally. But out of nowhere, I was thinking about and just think of where you live right now. And imagine if you were plucked out, and just imagine a worse scenario. Like, I could not imagine, I grew up in low income. I could not imagine going back to that space and seeing what I was seeing as a kid. So it's almost like that's how they were kind of showing it to me. Like, I'm not by all means any better than anybody else, but it was just like, I don't want to go down that way again. I don't want to live in that kind of area again. And so I think they were trying to show me what that vibration meant, as far as, being here. And it's like, you don't want to go down this way, and them not wanting to come down too far,
Right.
So I would agree with you there with the raising of the vibration. That has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Stephen Greer.
Yeah.
You might want to.
Yeah, CE5. And Aspie says she's in virtual CE5 meditations. And Aspie, or Angel, Angel, do you do that? Or do you, I saw that you were saying you're going to teach a class on that or something like that. Yeah, if those of you that are interested, and on Facebook, they have CE5, what do you call it? They have CE5 meetup groups that do that sort of thing. So I mean, if you're into that, man, here's the thing. I've never had one awake. Mine have always been asleep. So I too would really love to have that experience,
Well, what's funny for me too is I've always felt my whole life that this wasn't my planet. I don't belong here. And I'm wondering if that is why. Maybe these are maybe these are my people where I'm from.
Yeah. So Angel says that she's done some meditation, or virtual group meditations on my channel. And honestly, I was thinking about doing something like that on here, but I certainly, don't want to do it in an open forum where someone doesn't feel comfortable with that. So maybe we would put it ahead of time and put it out into the way showers, and make a date where we can kind of do that, and do a kind of live thing. Who knows,
Yeah, that'd be cool. We should do it when it's really cloudy at my house.
Only if you stand with the camera outside. Only if you stand there. All right. Well, yeah, cool. Thank you, Tisha. I appreciate you coming on and sharing. That's
no problem. I don't know what it all means yet. I'm still learning, and I'm, when they do come up over my house, the last couple of months, I send out love to them, because I want them to know that I mean them no harm, and
Yeah, keep trying. Keep trying to catch something on camera or video. And have you contacted the military base just to see if they've got anything flying up there? Or
they'd probably lie.
Yeah, they would lie.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
Don't get me started on that. They probably lie about it.
Well, and I've lived out here for over 20 years, so I mean, I know what a stealth looks like. I know what, their fighter jets look like. I mean, no aircraft that we have just stands there at a still for, even 10, 20, 30 seconds, and then has rotating lights around it.
Right.
I mean, that's not our technology.
Right.
Yep. I think Joe said something the very first time. If the table shakes, it's Atticus trying to get underneath the table again. And Joe said something the very first time, and he said, I was always into the conspiracy theory portion of it, and I realized that, the government's not going to tell us anything, and they're not. And I think that's where our vibration has to be. We have to, if we want to, we have to work a little bit harder to raise our vibration so that we can see and do those things. I mean, I wish, man, when I was in Colorado, I probably did see something, because I mean, Colorado sky is beautiful, but you can literally see the satellites going by. Whoop, whoop. you know.
Right.
But yeah, I wish that would be cool.
Yeah, and they only seem to fly out here, like I said, when the clouds are low and it's real cloudy, so
Mm.
that they can kind of hide above the clouds. But if you really pay attention, I mean, you could see them up there because they're changing their lights and they're making all these. I call them that they're playing maneuvers up there, like they're out having fun. That's what I feel. I feel like, oh, it's cloudy. Let's go have some fun. Let's go fly our aircrafts.
Yeah. Tisha, I would be curious if you are on a ley line, because that's another thing that happens is where the ley lines are on the, if you, I was trying to find a map of the ley lines, but the ley lines have a lot to do with it. And you can also find vortexes and, I want to say wormholes, but that's not the correct. They're not giving me the correct one for that. So if anybody's got the answer to that, but definitely on the ley lines, you'll see a lot more activity.
Yeah. Deb says she wonders why they're seen closer to military bases. And the reason for that is that I think they're concerned about what we're doing, and there have been examples of when military personnel have come forward and said that alien craft have actually shut down missile silos on military bases.
Yeah, and at the end of my road, I still have a missile silo that the Air Force still operates.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean the UFO sightings really accelerated in the 1940s because all the nuclear tests and bombs that were going off, we got their attention, obviously, because you could see what was going on from space. So we got their attention and they want to know what the hell we're doing down here,
Yeah.
because, the way I've read about it and whatnot is that when they see that our technology is getting to a point where we could actually become a threat to them, that's where they start to get concerned and, they want to check in with us and see what we're up to.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
That's why they're so close to military bases, because that's where,
yeah, that's where all of it goes. So
that's where we're,
All right. Well, thank you, Tisha. I want to
Thank you.
I'm not sure if anybody else wants to come on and share their story, but thank you so much. We appreciate you kind of.
You're welcome. I'm going to keep trying to get it on film.
That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
definitely.
That would be awesome.
I'm trying. All I've got right now is like 30 different JPEGs of black sky.
Yeah, you might have to get some kind of special camera with night vision capability or something like that to catch anything.
Yeah.
Because I can't catch a good, No.
Yeah. Well, and I've tried when I was using my telescope as well, but the problem is with the telescope, it's too much. It amplifies too much, and they move too fast. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with their maneuvers they're making.
Right. And you said this happens usually when it's cloudy out?
Yep. They were really out in December over my area because we had a lot of cloudy evenings.
Yeah. Do you ever see them when it's not cloudy out?
I don't. I only see them when it's really cloudy out.
So you're getting a feeling though when you see them, some sort of feeling that they're contacting.
I feel like they're having fun. That's what I get from them is like, we're just out having fun.
Right.
So, and I'm by Lake of the Ozarks and Truman Lake. And so I often wonder if that's where, their base is, which it would make more sense if it was by Truman Lake because they don't allow anyone to build around the lake. So it would be easy for them to, have a place down there.
Now, when these things accelerate and they go straight up, do they Do you see them like go through the clouds, above the clouds?
Well, they're above the clouds when they're doing
Okay.
their maneuvers and
Okay.
playing. And I can see them because I can see some light coming through the clouds.
Okay.
And then they start changing their lights and they're doing these maneuvers, making patterns, and
Mm. Hmm.
it's hard to explain.
Interesting. Yeah. So do you call everybody out and say, "Look at this"? I mean, there's a lot of witnesses seeing this.
Joe would
Just
be
me
like,
and my mom.
Joe would be like, "Come outside."
Yeah.
Of course, I would too. I
Right.
probably would.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, definitely keep us up to date on what's going on there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I recommend if anybody, wants to hear about things like this, I suggest you go onto the MUFON, which is the Mutual UFO Network. And you can actually go on there and you can report your personal sightings on there. There's hundreds of sightings on there, like every month.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
checked.
haven't done it because I've been kind of stingy and I didn't want a whole bunch of people out here
Yeah.
and scare them off,
Right.
you
Right.
know? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I would definitely though check that out. Check out the MUFON site, and just report your sightings. Maybe
yeah.
somebody else on there is seeing something similar.
Very cool. Well, thank you. We appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Thank you.
All right, we will talk to you later. Oh, that's right. He's got the control. There we go.
How do you do it?
There you go.
All right. Okay.
Sorry, technical difficulties. Y'all know how that is.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
There we go. Sorry, guys.
All right. Loose nut in front of the keyboard.
Yeah. So he's got since we're sitting right next to each other, he's got we kept the microphone on only one laptop. And that way, Aquarius is like, maybe they're up there right now. That way you wouldn't hear the feedback on it.
Aspie tried to get recruited. I mean, MUFON tried to recruit Aspie as an
Really?
investigator. Yeah. Well, they have investigators that go out in the field and investigate UFO sightings and witness testimonies and stuff like that.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and they gather data, any type of anything that's left over from a UFO sighting, like radiation readings or anything like that.
That would be cool.
It's pretty neat.
Does anybody else have a story they would like to share? Anybody? Even you lurkers? I don't know Lisa's lurker song, so I can't sing that. Sorry. I don't know that song. I could invite Lisa to sing it for you guys. But yeah.
Joe, buckle
I know.
up.
Joe, buckle up, dude.
Yeah.
It's the problem is, like I said, he's using my MacBook and I'm using his computer, and neither one of us know how to use the other one's computer. So, when you get on the MacBook, it's weird. So earlier I was like pushing this button, trying to get it to work when he was talking to Tisha, and I was like, I couldn't get it to work. And finally I realized, because you don't push the button. That's why it don't work. It don't work like that. Okay.
So Aspie's going to lead a contact event
Ah,
through the
the
Unitarian,
Unitarian Church. Very cool.
Church. Yeah. Where is this located?
Yeah, where are you located at?
Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm curious where you're located.
Yeah.
And so is Angel Star.
Let's see where Aspie's at.
And everybody's so quiet now. Field trip to Aspie's turf, yes.
Yeah.
We're all gonna caravan down there.
Yeah. Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh wow. See, isn't it warm down there right now? Just saying.
Yeah.
Go down there. Yeah, it'd be way warmer down there than what it is right now.
That's for sure.
Anybody else? No one wants to come on and
Yeah,
share
you
a
can
story?
Talk about orbs.
Yes.
Can talk about there was people last night talking about orbs.
Orbs. So yeah, let's switch it up a little bit more. Anybody have something they would like to share in the spiritual realm that maybe something in the spiritual realm?
Yeah, or you can even comment on any conspiracy theories you think, with the government or with Roswell or abductions. Any type of documentaries you recommend.
Yeah. Tennessee weather. Oh, it's getting cold down there too. Ugh. It's so hard to wait for the chat to roll. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah.
Awesome. Aquarius.
Yeah, I think that's so cool.
And
they had something, I don't remember what year it was, where they literally, and it's been seen all over the world. So it is supposedly I think they said 6 airplane jets or jumbo jets across. Like if you put a jumbo jet side by side, like the wings this way, it was 6 of those like this, and they're in a triangle shaped. And they say it's huge, and lots of people have seen that,
Yeah. You talking about the Phoenix Lights?
The Phoenix Lights, there you go.
1997, I think that was.
Yeah, it's like, man, that would be weird.
Yeah, a lot of eyewitnesses to that event. I would just love to be witness to something like that, just one time in my life.
So.
Yeah. So I was asking Karen the other day if she got picked up by a UFO and they said to her, if we could take you and show you the wonders of the galaxy and bring you to our planet and show you everything that there is and give you all the answers to life in the universe, would you do it? The only problem is when we return you back to Earth, 50 years will have passed. So would you do it?
Yeah, would you do it?
I don't know.
I'm kind of curious to see if you guys would do it or not. 50 years have passed. You left, 50 years went by. They showed you the whole entire thing. You come by, and I was just like, no, my granddaughter would be 50, and you wouldn't age. You said you wouldn't age a bit, but everybody around you would.
Yeah.
That would be, would you do it?
Yeah.
Suzanne's like, if Wayne would come with me. That's their honeys.
Yep.
Suzanne and Wayne. Wayne, are you going to do it? Are you taking Suzanne? I wouldn't do it. I just would not. Do I have to leave my? Oh, you guys are so cute. You guys are so cute.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I got just because my daughter, I could never. If it weren't for my daughter and Karen,
You're like,
I'd say let's go.
No, I couldn't do it. At least it just depends on her mood at the time. She just gonna, depends on her mood when she decides. There you go. Suzanne, if he didn't go, or Wayne didn't go, she was just gonna drag his ass. Yeah. Mimi's gonna take her cat on a banana. As long as I can leave my kids a note. So don't. Hey, that's a good. Yeah.
Yeah, your kids will be all grown up when you come back.
Yeah.
You'll only be gone probably 10 minutes.
Yeah. No. Mariah, if she could bring her mama, kids, and pets. Yeah. See, if I could bring them all. That would be so cool.
So it'd be like a Planet of the Apes type of scenario. You go up into space. You're up there for a couple hours and you come back down and like a couple centuries have passed.
Just saying, as long as they can cook, because she can't. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, I know. No. 50 years is a long time. Ron, would you do it? Would you go? Yeah, I just don't think I would. No.
Yeah, I'd like to be abducted though, I mean, Dad, let them do whatever they want to me. I just want to experience it,
You're like, just take me. Just do what you want with me.
It's not like they're going to, kill anybody. They just want to go up there and do some probing,
They don't not. Oh my gosh. Oh no, she said she might be food for them. Oh, okay. Suzanne's bringing people,
Imagine what has changed in the past 50 years. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, 50 years ago, a computer filled your whole house, and now you've got the power in the palm of your hand with your cell phone that is like 100 times more powerful than any computer from back then.
Yeah, and like the
amazing.
math teacher told me, I was never gonna. What do you think, you're gonna carry around a calculator with you? Why, yes, yes, I do. And there it is. So. Yeah, I think that tinnitus is sticking with you. Okay, so does anybody want to come on and tell a story? No stories? It's story time.
Somebody's got to have something.
I know. You guys are always so talkative, and now you're like...
Make something up.
Make something up. It's like now we're going to be quiet and not say anything. Yeah. Oh, by the way, and I must say,
we had all 4 Beatles 50 years
I don't
ago.
know. I'm going to really jack this up, and pardon me, because, I don't really go on other people's channels too much. And so, Lisa, could you please help me out here if you guys haven't heard? What is his name? There was a gentleman who's a reader, and I think a couple of people have put out how, his, gosh, I can't even think, that he lost his place. It caught in a fire, and so there is somewhere to donate. So if you guys follow this person, please donate. Give him a little bit because he's lost everything. Ripe Color. Yes, thank you, Ron. Jeffrey from Right Color. So, I think that would be awesome if, it'd be really cool is if a bunch of us got together. I'm just not even, Lisa, we should get a bunch of people together and do some little fundraiser for him or something. So, but yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's just so hard. I can't imagine. But I'll tell you what, that's a quick way to, that's a nice way of community tab his PayPal. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I knew something was. He lives in New York. Well, he's just stayed away. So, yeah, he's close. Yeah, that is so tough. So, for those of you that stepped into your spirituality, and I'm switching things up really close. I'm in, I can talk ET and astrology. There you go. Do you think that's what I was saying, Rich? That's a hard reboot, man. That's like a Black Night of the Soul just kicked you in there, See, I just said that, Debsy. We should do a live chat fundraiser kind of thing. But use his PayPal stuff because otherwise we'd get hit with the taxes and stuff. Yeah. So my next shift was going to be, because my ADHD brain works this way. Was at what age were you when you started seeing spirit or feeling it, or like what age did you start stepping into your spirituality? What age did you start really kind of knowing that something more was out there? Okay, Debsy. Oh, you're still listening though. Give Mom a hug for us. Everybody's so quiet. Or is it just running slow? Everybody's so quiet.
Cool.
Or is it just running slow? You gotta turn that down, otherwise it's gonna echo.
Got it.
It's crazy.
All right.
I think it's really slow because of the weather.
Yeah. Okay, let's get some questions in here. So
just chilling.
Is there anybody out there who is knowledgeable about UFOs, or is it mostly spiritual crowd here? Whatever questions you guys want to ask, whatever you want to talk about, shoot. It doesn't have to just be about ETs.
Jane started seeing spirits when she was 3. Hurricane Katrina. Wow.
Out of body floating at night during my very early teens.
Wow.
I thought I was getting hypnotized this weekend.
The weekend's not over. Your weekend is Sunday and Monday.
I know, but I'm just thinking about when I was
getting up, and he was my footstool.
Thinking about when I was younger, and I was elevated, and I think I might have got abducted. So I want to see if I have any repressed memories.
We're gonna get that. Oh, that's what we'll do. I'll have to ask your consent. Hey, Joe, do you think that you wouldn't mind recording it and maybe putting it on YouTube? Think about that, please.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you. Let's see, mid-30s.
Mid-30s? What's mid-30s?
Mimi started it in the mid-30s with crystals, tarot, Reiki, and then found a way to speak to her guides. She's clairsentient. I always say I'm Clara Obvious.
superficial knowledge about UFOs. Well, guess what? We're all in the same boat because none of us really know exactly what's going on.
Ooh, Benny. What's
So-
the Alaskan Triangle? I'm gonna have to Google that.
I think I've seen that on a documentary one time or one of those shows. Yeah. I don't remember much about it though. You Googling that?
No.
Oh.
I think you're Googling that.
Google it.
I like that. When warmer and COVID safe, I am to walk through contact experience. Oh, cool. That's cool, Aspie. Yeah, I'm curious what the Alaskan Triangle is. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do for him, Ron. I'm going to do his Akashic records, and we're going to sort through some stuff, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Ask Chick Records.
Akashic.
Oh,
He goes, Ask Chick Records.
Ask Chick.
Oh, I love you. You're so funny.
I know how to read. It says Ask Chick.
Oh my gosh.
It did help me. Well, I got to figure out what that is because now I'm curious.
I have to, so Joe really just stepped into his spirituality, and so he's learned. So Akashic Records. Every time I see Akashic Records, have you guys ever seen that movie where, what's his name? The real funny guy that did the, he used to be on Saturday Night Live, and he played God or something about God, and he pulls out that filing cabinet, and he thinks it's just going to be really long, but he pulls
No,
it out.
no, that's not Saturday Night Live.
Well, I know that's not Saturday
You're
Night.
talking about Jim Carrey.
Yes, that's his name, Jim Carrey. So Jim Carrey, that's what I think of when I see Akashic Records. I see that show that he played.
I can't think of what that movie's called.
What
now.
about God or something? Is that what it was? What was it? And he grabs the filing cabinet, he pulls it open, and the filing cabinet just keeps going and going and going. And it's just like, wow, that's what I see all the time, when I hear Akashic Records. So, yeah. Let's see. Steve said, I was intrigued by Twilight Zone or Outer Limits episode. I was 10. The main character went out of body, and it was so cool. I tried for several years, maybe a brief success for about a minute. Yeah. Oh, there you go, Mariah. Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it is. Thank you.
Yes.
I had a little brain fart there.
I have brain farts all the time. You know this.
Yeah. I smell it from here.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty. That's what I think of when I think of the Akashic Records. I think of this big old fine. Well, my guides are funny anyway, so they just pull out this whole, swing it open, and they're like, "See, But yeah. All right, guys. Well, if we don't have any questions, and feel free to ask anything if you guys want me to do a reading, a quick little read, that's fine. But if we don't have too many questions, then I think we're going to end pretty soon. So
if I'm lucid dreaming and waking up talking, is there any chance ETs are communicating with me?
Who is that?
Now that's interesting because the other night I was telling Karen that she was talking in her sleep, but she wasn't really talking. You couldn't understand what she was saying. It was like she was talking without moving her lips. She was going, It was weird. So I sat there, I laid there, and I listened to her for about 5 minutes, and then I fell asleep, but I thought it was interesting. So maybe, maybe you were communicating with someone.
I don't know.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I think that yeah.
I've heard people talk in their sleep before, but you actually sounded like you were carrying on a conversation with somebody, even though I couldn't understand what you were saying.
I may have been.
Yeah.
I may have been. Hold on, I need to plug in this computer. I can't be guaranteed. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah. Well,
Hold on, I'll be back. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I think so, personally. Let's see.
Herc 213 says
That's Jay.
That's Jay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Herc. Let's see. Are there any humanoid alien species in our galaxy? Well, I'm sure there's a lot of things in our galaxy because our galaxy is just like the universe is so huge, you know, and there's so much out there. It's just the planet Earth is a grain of sand on a beach, basically.
Yeah.
You know, it's limitless.
You know, I think, Jay.
Are there humanoid alien species in our galaxy? Probably a lot.
My guides are struggling with that question, to be honest with you. And the reason why is because, thank you, Aspie. That's what they're saying. It's kind of like, define what you mean by humanoid. Because I think that, Sirius basically is first Sirius showed me him, like he literally went like this. And so he is basically like a silhouette with beautiful, usually blue or gold, sparkling. It looks like a sparkler falling. That's what he looks like constantly. And then he showed me this little, it's almost like, just imagine if you're looking at a pinhole, through a pinhole in a box. It's like, that's our vision right there. And we think that that's it, and so our minds can only, of course, our minds can only grasp what we can attach to. But
I watched an interesting movie the other night in answer to Herc here, because he says humanoid, like similar to our species. I watched something called The Alien Report, which is basically a found footage type of film that was made, and they're actors on. It's a movie. It's a found footage movie, but it's made like almost like a documentary style. But it's basically about a kid that was being abducted from the time he was a small child. And basically what he did was he had a special high-tech camera that he put on his hearing aid or something like that. And so when he got abducted, he actually was able to film it without them knowing or being aware of it. And basically what happens is they get to see, him and other people being almost like, I don't want to say operated on, but they were like making hybrids, basically.
Yeah.
There was a hybrid alien there, a female, she had human features, but also features of the alien grays.
Stop.
And the end result was she was actually carrying a child by this person that was being abducted for all those years. So that's one big theory, is that they're making a hybrid.
I think that, I think honestly that we are genetically enhanced by alien DNA.
Oh, definitely. There's a missing link.
There's definitely a missing link. And if you go back from the jumps that have been, and I don't know the names of each thing, but if you go from monkeys to this, there was a huge jump, and there is no understanding or link why this happened, except for them messing with our DNA. So yeah, I really think that that has happened, but that's why I say, Jay, it's just so hard to, because we have such a small grasp on the concept of what we think is normal. So Sirius usually says that, when if he is a jokester, he's one of my jokesters, but he's like, sometimes you guys can't wrap your brains around it because you only see this reality. This is what you hang on to. This is what you see. So it's very hard for us to comprehend. But, I'm seeing people made of water, like literally they look like water. I'm seeing things that have skin like us, but don't have opposable thumbs. I'm seeing, something right here like gillish people. So I would say that would probably be reptilians. I do see Sirius and his clan as far as, the sparkling. And so it's hard to answer that question, even with the skin, even with having skin or having, because there's so many that's such a loaded question in that, he says.
Anna
Yes.
says, I believe the reason behind abductions was because we are poisoning ourselves to the point of sterility.
Maybe. I mean, there are some belief systems that believe that a lot of in Earth. Okay, so I had a reading done one time to me where this guy said, and you really got to search your soul on that. Like, how does your soul feel when this is being told to you? He told me that my planet is Mintaka, and my when I heard that, it was like the choir singing to me. And Mintaka is basically a water planet, and that's why I don't trust the water here. Well, everybody that knows me, and you guys know, I'm scared to death of water, but he says not only it was because of the burning and the fire, or the witch and the being drowned, but he was like, your planet blew up, and that's you reincarnated here because of that. And so this is, Earth is my home. I'm thinking I'm screwed then, take me back.
Yeah, Herc, that was a very interesting question. You didn't hurt our brains. We just it's a very mind-blowing topic, It's hard to wrap your head around all the different aspects of
it's just
possibilities.
It's almost like, so what Sirius is saying is, it's almost like trying to describe the most beautiful thing you've ever seen with the most primitive words of a kindergartner, or a 3-year-old. How could you describe the most beautiful thing that you have ever seen? And and literally he sticks this little child in me that, or in front of me, that's going, ooh, pretty. That's all they have, but there are so much, so much more that we can't even wrap our brains around, and he has always, kind of taken me up. And then, I've always, in meditation, he's the one that always takes me up and goes, look at all this, so it's hard.
Superman was an alien.
I know he
Do you know
was. Yes.
Do you know what planet he was from?
Kryptonite, Krypton.
Yeah, Krypton.
Kryptonian.
Yeah, not kryptonite.
Something like that. So, all right. Well, someone said, let's pull a card for the group. So I did it with these cards. And to be honest with you, I took them out of the box. So I don't even remember what the names of them are. So I couldn't tell you. But it is Keep Your Dreams Alive. Okay. Keep your dreams alive. So, yeah, keep your dreams alive. Well, we haven't been talking about feet this time, Jill. So, oh, that was on Lisa's channel. But all right. Well, if do we have any other questions? Did I skip? Did I miss one? I tried to.
Someone said something about giants roaming the earth.
Yes. So it is true. I mean, and a lot of them there were some that were found in the northeastern United States. And, we just kind of sweep that away. We don't say anything, but the giants were actually found. And it was weird because the giant was buried like this and right down here in a fetal kind of position on this side and a fetal position on this side. 2 women were placed towards the lower part of their feet, and every time they're buried. And it's been found all over. So
I wonder why they keep that so hush hush.
Because it doesn't coincide with, we're taught a history, and even our history isn't correct. We don't really tell. We don't really tell what all the horrors that atrocities that we've done. So we kind of keep things hush hush. It doesn't fit in that pretty package.
Bridgewater Triangle in Massachusetts.
Anyone know about Bridgewater Triangle in Massachusetts? I don't know, but we're in Massachusetts. So
yeah, when I was obsessed with the topic, like years and years ago, I remember reading about it, but I don't really remember much about it. I think it's like in the western part of the state. Yeah.
I'm going to have to look at that too, Benny. Bridgewater Triangle in Massachusetts. Huh. I wish I could on a banana, but I've never really tried, I know that it's funny because, the things that I hear most people say is Palladians and Arcturians, but there's so many other places that we can't even talk about. Let's go. Come on over here, Wayne. Just come visit us. Just come on out. We'll find the Bridgewater, Massachusetts. I'm sure it's close to us. I what was I saying? I totally spaced it off. Yeah. Oh, that's what I was saying. But Sirius oftentimes tells me that like he's almost trying to say it with his tongue, and you can't say it. So there's some of these planets where you just can't say it because who calls a tree a tree? Go back to that thing. Who decided that a bird was called a bird? Who decided that the mountain was a mountain? And some of these things we just can't. They don't have names for. They don't have words for. It's us that are our ego that we put into that. Let's see. MUFON folks told me that the sightings increased tenfold after 2010. Could be people feeling more comfortable in reporting, but that's an improvement.
I think people are starting to feel more comfortable reporting because I think the government over the past several years has slowly released more and more documents and more information, and I think it's making people feel more comfortable with the fact that this is a real serious topic, and it's real. It's not something fictitious.
I also think that the government thought we were too stupid to handle all this stuff, so that's one of the reasons why that we could not handle the fact that we had this. And we are, we were able to handle it. And so
yeah, I think that might be part of the agenda. They might be over time, just slowly, gradually, getting us accustomed to the idea. And, eventually we'll get more and more information.
So Suzanne is looking it up. The Bridgewater Triangle is in the area about 200 square miles in southeastern Massachusetts in the United States, claimed to be the site of alleged paranormal phenomenon ranging from UFOs to poltergeisted orbs, balls of fire, and other spectacular phenomena. I am going to have to look this up. I could be living here and I don't even know about it. Oh my gosh. I always say, get me a pen, and yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about it before.
Yeah. You know, I mean, well, Aspie, puts a point. I mean, look at us when the pandemic started. We were hoarding toilet paper. Shit. I mean, what was that all about? Are you familiar with SORAT? Steve, what is that? I like the way Steve always pops in, drops a little nugget and turns around and lurks again and drops a little nugget and then goes back and lurks. Bedford. I'm going to have to look up where Bedford is. We're all Googling. Yeah. Yeah. We're in Clinton. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
Bedford. Oh, I think I know where Bedford is.
Well, let's see how far it is from where we are. That'll give us a clue. Let's see who can do it quicker.
You can do it quicker?
No, I said who can do it quicker.
I'm already there.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Look. Bedford.
Let's see.
It's 40 minutes away from us, Bedford, Massachusetts.
Yeah, but where's Bridgewater?
I don't know.
Well, that's what we wanted. That's what we want to see. There
Bedford is on the coast.
Let's see. It says here approximately 1 hour.
There you go.
Distance from Clinton to Bridgewater. That's what it is. Bridgewater Triangle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Road trip.
That's what someone else said. Road trip in the spring.
Yeah. In the spring.
Yeah. You don't want to come out here right now. It's 10 degrees, I'm telling you.
It's more than that now. Echo, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 8 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, it's 8.
Tonight, expect a low of 2 degrees.
There you go. It's 8 degrees now, 2 degrees later.
Good times.
So, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm curious. What was that other thing, Steve? SORAT. What is SORAT? Steve, you want to come on and talk about SORAT? You don't have to show your face.
Where are we at here?
SORAT. That is so cool. I'm learning all kinds of new stuff. I love when you guys share with us.
SORAT.
I know. Somebody Google SORAT.
I can't even find the tweet.
So I will.
Where's the tweet? I don't see the tweet.
Oh my gosh, the tweet.
The Twitter. Where is it?
Oh gosh. I think that we have fallen off the proverbial. Let's see, Steve.
I see Steve.
It's above the smiley face, Steve. You got to find the other Steve. I'm telling you, this could be hard sometimes, guys.
Let's see.
Wind chill of 28 in Texas. Woo.
Yeah, I can't.
No.
Well, I can't find it.
Yeah, I can't find the SORAT thing now.
Well, where it is? I found it.
8:23. So if you look, the times are right there, and then that's the easiest way to look at it too.
Okay.
Steve, I'm waiting for you to say something.
It's like we're gonna have to put it up into Google.
I know. Who's
Again.
Googling SORAT?
Let's see.
And I apologize to someone who emailed me but didn't tell me they were going to email me. So they had been sitting saying, I can do it. Come on. But then it was too long.
Society for Research on Rapport and Telekinesis.
Ooh, it's. Yeah, what you guys said. So Wayne typed it out.
What you said.
There you go. That is cool.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's an experiment.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Yep, that's it. Yep. Uh-huh. All right, guys. Any questions? Going once? Going twice? Anything? There you go, Lisa. Send that. You know, that's what I do. Okay, so you guys ought to try this, but do it with someone that you know. Like when you go to sleep tonight, Lisa, you made me think about this. Think about someone that you know and that you want to connect with, and just keep talking to that person as you fall asleep. And then see if you go visit them. That's how I astral travel. So that's how I do it. But all right, guys, we are going to head out. Thank you so much for sticking with us and talking to us and letting us learn and switch computers and do all that and being patient with us through that. You know, and yeah, we appreciate you. And we will see you guys pretty soon.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody, and give us some ideas. Let us know what you.
Yeah, what you want to talk about, what you want to hear.
Yeah.
So much love to you guys. All right. Bye. Bye, guys.